Hello, friends, and welcome to the show. This episode, I'll be talking about how Robinhood is now facing a class action lawsuit for screwing over the plebs because they managed to get one in on the elites. But before I get started, please smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and if you'd like to contribute to the show, please go to notcensoredyet.com/donate where you'll find links available. That'll help us grow as a channel and stay independent from outside influence. So let's get started. Jordan Lancaster reports a class action lawsuit has been filed against Robinhood in the Southern District of New York. And why is this happening? This is happening because Robinhood has basically banned any buying of stocks that are being promoted by the bros at Wall Street bets. And this is important because they're basically manipulating the market. And there's rumors that Citadel has actually re-upped their shorts in anticipation of this. So basically, where they were shorting the market before, now they're shorting the market again because they know the stocks are going to go down because people can't buy stocks. They can't keep squeezing that stock. They can't keep raising that price to screw over the hedge funds. So basically, those hedge funds are jumping back in and going, all right, we're going to ride this back down and we're going to profit as this thing dies again. So basically, you see the guys in the Wall Street bets basically saying, don't sell, just hold on to it as long as possible. Do not sell. Diamond fist this, friends. Let them pay because eventually they're going to have to let the plebs start buying the stock again. And if you hold on to it, you keep that price the same. They invest in that short stock when it's at $300 and then they start buy it up again, right? And it goes up to $500 or it goes up to $1,000 because they just want to see this thing explode just to give the middle finger. There's a reason why the Wall Street Bets mascot is a dude giving two middle fingers because they're giving two middle fingers to the man. So keep that in mind. And it looks like Robinhood is colluding with these hedge funds, and it's something that needs to be investigated. Tim Dillon tweeted, anyone defending institutional Wall Street right now just got an envelope with photos of themselves at Jeffrey Epstein's birthday party. And Luke Rudowski said probably true. And basically, you see a lot of these what would appear to be populist left and right individuals who have basically condemned Wall Street and their practices, basically coming out in defense of them or finding ways to spike a way to investigate what's going on. At first they would say, oh, we're going to fight for the people, and then they say, well, I'm not going to fight for the people unless X, Y, and Z occur. I'll show you a perfect example here in a minute. Crystal Ball tweeted just laughing face crying emojis because Reuters has this report. Losses on short positions in the U.S. firms top 70 billion Ortex data. Short sellers are sitting on an estimated loss of 71 billion from their short positions in US companies so far this year. Just in the month of January, they lost $71 billion. So a short sell is basically you go, hey, I think I'll take your 10 bananas, right? And eventually your 10 bananas are only going to be worth one banana, and I'll only give you one banana back, and I had profited 9 bananas. And that's basically the way that works. So basically that's what these companies are doing to keep these businesses who are struggling due to coronavirus suppressed. So the movie theaters, the malls, all these companies that are being shorted are a lot of these businesses that are suffering due to coronavirus, and these hedge funds are just making billions of dollars by screwing them over. The hefty losses comes as shares of a highly shorted GameStop jumped more than 1,000% in the past week without a clear business reason. Well, the business reason is that people just gave the hedge funds a middle finger. They said, screw you. We're going to show you what it's like to get screwed over. So a lot of people are upset. So this isn't just like a game. So they did GameStop because that was a low stock that they know that they could squeeze to a high amount. So it wouldn't really be as impactful if it was a $100 stock that went up to $300 because it would only be a 200% increase. But if you got a $10 stock and managed to squeeze that up to $300, that is a huge deal. But what they wanted to do and what they wanted to get the point across was 700,000 small businesses are permanently closed due to these lockdowns. And these hedge fund guys are making billions of dollars. The rich are getting richer, and the middle class is being deleted. So the poor is staying the same, but the middle class are just being decimated due to these lockdowns. And then the rich are only getting richer. They're saying the rich, the top earners in the US, have made more than $1 trillion due to their stocks rising so much in the past year. It's been bananas. Chasing shorted companies became a trend among retail traders, rippling across US markets and Europe. Vortex data showed that as of Wednesday, they were loss making short positions on more than 5,000 US firms. So I made a couple $1,000s at the end of last year. I just started getting into stock markets around October of last year. I made a few $1,000s towards the end of the year, basically playing shorted stocks, naked brands, Express, stuff like that. And basically just putting $1,000 into a stock that's only worth 20 cents. And then when that 20 cents jumps up to 80 cents and then basically it spikes, of course, you'll take dips and you'll take hits. And it is what it is. It's like a casino. Crypto is even more volatile. When you see your whole portfolio just cut in half in about 10 seconds, your stomach kind of churns. And it's a diamond hands game, to be honest. It's something I need to embrace, is something I need to learn, and something I need to accept as an adult. I've never really been into gambling, so I need to learn how to gamble, I suppose. TheHill.com reports stock trading app Robinhood faces backlash from both parties for limiting trades. Both Democrat and Republican lawmakers are criticizing stock trading app Robinhood's Thursday decision to block users from buying or trading stocks popular on a Reddit forum, including GameStop, AMC, and BlackBerry, and also Nokia. I tried buying and selling Nokia stock. So I tried buying some Nokia stock and they basically locked my money up, and then the sale finally went through, and then I tried selling it when everything was going weird, and it wouldn't let me sell it. It was extremely weird. The decision followed by efforts by users on Wall Street Bets forum to drive up prices of stocks that have been shorted by traditional hedge funds. In one tweet, Ted Cruz included a questioning face emoji along with a 2016 screenshot of a tweet from Robinhood that read, "Let the people trade." Bridget Fedesi said, build your own free market. So first we have to build our own social platforms. Now we have to build our cloud servers. Now we have to build an internet. Now we have to build a currency. Now we have to build a free market. This is getting bananas, friends. What does the middle class have to do to have a voice? Because no matter what we do, our voice is taken away. We hit you in the pocketbooks and you're finally hearing us. But instead of actually listening to what's going on, you are probably just going to regulate the market more. And that is bananas. And so basically, another issue that's going on is Ted Cruz wanted to work with AOC, and AOC responded, "I am happy to work with Republicans on this issue where there's common ground, but you almost had me murdered 3 weeks ago, so you can sit this one out. Happy to work with almost any other GOP that aren't trying to get me killed. In the meantime, if you want to help, you can resign." And a lot of people responding saying, "Hey, we had nothing to do with it. You can't say things like that to these guys. They're extending an olive branch, so take it and get them for past doings later down the road. This is a revolutionary movement. Please recognize it for what it is, and all hands on deck." And Cerno responded, "Faker, Wall Street's moneymaker." So she's proving herself not to be a progressive. She is just a corporatist bootlicker because she has the perfect opportunity. If she's a progressive, if she's a populist, she would take this opportunity to basically curb stomp Wall Street, to curb stomp these hedge fund bros who have made billions of dollars while the middle class and the poor in the United States have been losing and suffering so much for the past year. And these guys have only been getting richer and richer. But instead of capitalizing on that opportunity, what does she do? She says, "Well, I'm not going to do anything until I can work with somebody else. I'm not going to work with this guy. Why am I going to work with you? You try to have." And to me, that sounds awfully libelous. Perhaps Ted Cruz should have her censured because accusing him of having her attempted to be murdered, I don't think he hired a hitman for that task. So maybe someone should look into that because that's a questionable statement. Donald Trump Jr. tweeted, "It took less than a day for big tech, big government, and the corporate media to spring into action and begin colluding to protect their hedge fund buddies on Wall Street. This is what a rigged system looks like, folks. Robinhood, Reddit Army, GME to the moon." He basically retweeted Dave Portnoy. "Somebody is going to have to explain to me what in the world Robinhood app and others literally trying to force a crash by closing the open market is fair. They should all be in jail." And a lot of the responses to the tweets are hilarious. I honestly can't believe I'm agreeing with you. What is wrong with me? I'm trying to edit what they're saying in their text, what I'm saying, because I want to make sure that this is not an explicit video and podcast. The sad part is, if Trump was in office, they blamed this on him. Somebody said that. Let's see. I agree with you, and this feeling is disgusting. I can't believe it, but I'm agreeing with Donald Trump Jr. Me too. I might become a fan of his army. We need to start by preventing Congress from trading stocks and banning short selling. So I agree with that because Nancy Pelosi invested, I believe, $500,000 in Tesla, maybe $5 million in Tesla, just a month ago, conveniently, right before Joe Biden made the announcement that he wanted to switch the government into electric vehicle fleets only. Trump Jr. also tweeted, "I wish the SEC had as much of an issue with insider trading as they seem to have with outsider trading." And so people misunderstood what he's saying. So a bunch of people are wanting to regulate what's going on with these Wall Street bets. And basically, you have people just going, imagine everybody on my block saying, "Okay, we're all going to buy this one thing so we can drive up the price, or we're all going to avoid going to this place to drive the price down or drive them out of business." That's essentially what's happening. That's outsider trading. Whereas when you're inside the company and you know what's going on, and then you place your bets beforehand, you sell, what they're accusing Lori Loeffler of, what I'm accusing Nancy Pelosi of actually doing would be considered insider trading. She knew what was going on. She knew what was coming down the pipeline, and then she placed her bet beforehand. And then, oh my goodness, she's now making millions and millions of dollars because she made the right bet because she knew what was going on. So it seems like the SEC cares a lot about just normal people betting, a couple $100 here and there, but the power is in numbers. So when you have millions of people investing $1,000 each, now you're throwing around billions of dollars through the market, and that's enough to swing it. And you're screwing over these guys in suits, and they dislike it. They say, "We don't care about the fairness. Let's all work together later in the sentence." So it's kind of weird what's going on. So you have a lot of people saying, your dad could have taken on Wall Street, but he never did, and blah, blah, blah. But, I kind of agree with Trump Jr. on this. I wish that they cared about the internal corruptions of these corporations, the internal corruption of the government, because there are a lot of these politicians. Again, I have a problem with these people making $200,000 a year, and somehow they end up having a $15 million net worth, a $100 million net worth. It's bananas. There's no way for that to happen, especially if you have an apartment in Washington, D.C., because it is expensive to live there. So how is that happening, friends? I don't know. So I'm going to do research for my next video. Until then, I'll see y'all later, friends. Have a good one. Bye.